This is Jonathan Agger, fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by the IBF bantamweight world champion Ebanie Bridges, here to support your good friend Elle Brooke back in action. I spoke to her and she said whilst you beat her up, you talked to her in sparring. Just tell me how you and Elle first became friends and how this friendship sort of formed.
I mean, obviously, you know, she started training at the gym with Mark, and she came in the gym, and I just moved over. I heard that she was coming to the gym, but when I got there and I was like watching her train, you know, I remember Mark being like, Ebanie, like, as in, like, because she was so novice, you know, and I was like, that's cool, like, you know, as long as she's in there, she's trying. I'm a teacher, you know, I don't give shit to no one. Like, if they're trying, do you know what I mean? And I saw her and I was like, you know what, like, she's really trying, and she listened to everything, and we were just bantering and mucking around, and we're like just so similar, and we just get along like house on fire instantly. Like, she's like my doppelganger, I think. Like the UK, the baby bomber, I call her, because she's just so similar to me. And even in the ring, she reminds me so much of myself when I first started boxing. Like, gotta remember, she's a novice, and I was a novice at one point too. And just the things that she does, and just how she is, and her mentality, just reminds me a lot of me. So I have a lot of respect for her, and I can really relate.
Also, like, do you relate in terms of how she markets herself online, and she really gets people talking about her like you did when you first came on the scene? Yeah,
exactly. I mean, well, that's why she is where she is now, isn't it? You know, obviously, you know, when she first came into the gym or whatever, it was like, if you looked at her, it was like she was everything that I was trying to prove that I'm not, right? She's just a model. She's just, you know, a lingerie model. She doesn't take sports seriously. She's a gimmick. She's blonde. She's got boobs. All she does is show off and like all that, you know, it's all about that marketing. And that's what she looks like on the outside, you know. I mean, a lot of people judge me for that as well. But she comes in the gym and she works really, really hard, and she trains hard just like me, you know. So you can't judge it. You got to remember where she's in her career. She's literally just started. Do you know what I mean? But we all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. The only difference is her start of her career is being seen on a big stage. You know what I mean? No one saw my first 5, 10 fights, 15 fights. You know, they've only just seen me have my first world title fight globally. So that's what we got to remember.
And in terms of how far Elle can go, do you think she can turn professional and you know, sign with a big promoter?
Most definitely, I think she can. I mean, like I said, you know, I've sparred her, moved around with her. She can hit harder than, I don't know, I can't really think of right now off the top of my head anyone that can hit as hard as her. And because she's like novice, I don't know, anyone that's in there that's a boxer knows, like, has sparred novices or has been one, you know, you don't know how to pull your punches. She just wants to freaking break you with every single punch, and it's hard because obviously I don't want to hit her back, and I don't need to, you know, get her off me. But the way she's coming along, she's 6 months now, I think, or something, 7 months since she's put first gloves on, and like I said, you know, she's got a better shredded jab than I had. I've only just got a good jab. Like, do you know what I mean? She's got so many attributes now. She just needs to do her career and go through the fights, get the experience, and hopefully use this scene, this influencer boxing scene, as I used, or as most people would use the amateur scene, to get the experience, to practice, and then to hopefully turn over into the pros. You know, she's only young. She's only 24, and you know, I started boxing when I was 30. So I mean, she's got plenty of time. You know what I mean? So it just, I believe in her, and I know she really loves the sport. She's passionate and she works hard. So I think anything's possible.
In terms of yourself, just a quick update on your hand. Is things going well in terms of recovery?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I only had my surgery 3 weeks ago, so it's only as far as it can be. Hopefully getting back in the gym training next week and doing some movement, but I've just enjoyed the time off and just some downtime over Christmas and New Year's. I was pretty much in camp all of last year, preparing for fights that never really came, and then finally having one at the end of the year. So I feel like I deserve the break, and I needed the break, but I do want to get back in. I'm getting itchy, I want to move around, and you know, it's a long recovery, so we won't be looking for me back in the ring, like, if I'm realistic, until summer or after summer.
Well, what's your goals for 2023 when you are back in the ring? Is it unifying? Is it headlining in Australia? What's top of the list?
Yeah, you know, right now, obviously, my goal is just get healthy and get my hand right, and then get back into the ring, get back into fights. Obviously, I want to unify. I want to become undisputed by 2025. I want to have big fights. I want to fight in London. I'd love to fight down south. You know, obviously, I've fought in Leeds. I've got a lot of following up in Leeds and up north, and I love all my fans up there. But I would like to fight down here in London. That would be a goal, and maybe in America as well. So that would be, if I can have 2 fights this year after my recovery, then yeah, London and America would be the goals.
If you could spar anyone in the world, any female in the world, who would you choose?
Either Serrano or Katie Taylor, I think. Yeah.
Can we make that happen, do you think, this year?
Yeah, I'm sure that they'd inspire me.
And looking sort of towards 2023, you've got Alicia Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer and, Alicia and Serrano on the same show.
Yeah.
Have you met them? How familiar are you with them? And, do you keep in touch with them?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't met Serrano. I've talked to Serrano, obviously, online. I met Alicia. Alicia's great. She's, she's doing great things, she works really hard, and I really like her style as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing her back in the ring. And Serrano's been around for a long time. She's someone that obviously I would have looked up to when I started. She's been boxing forever, and she's done some great things for women's boxing, and I'm just so pleased for her that she's now able to have the platform and the name to get the big money and get the big fights, because she really is an OG. Do you know what I mean? So hats off to Jake Paul and her team, who are this influencer scene, making it happen for someone like Serrano, who's been working so hard, fighting so many fights before even really getting globally known and making money. And now, because of influencer boxing and people like Jake Paul, she's had these opportunities and her life's changed. You know what I mean?
Final two questions, Ebanie. Firstly, what's your prediction if Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk fight?
I think Tyson Fury is going to be a bit too much for Usyk. Yeah, I mean, Usyk's going to be slick, but I just think Tyson Fury has the IQ, has all the attributes to be able to beat Usyk.
Last question. We did a poll on our Twitter account, and we asked people, would you take a shot clean from Deontay Wilder for £1 million? 68% said they would. Would Ebanie Bridges?
Yeah, I don't care about getting hit. You might want to knock me out, because otherwise I'll fucking get you.
Ebanie, appreciate your time, and best of luck with the recovery.
Thank you.